Hi, I'm Kevin Stark, and this is my wife Jamie. Disability entered my life about 10 years ago when I fell down some stairs, broke my neck, and that resulted in quadriplegia.
And communication between Kevin and I, when we're doing it right, it's really an expression of our love for one another. But when it breaks down, and it usually does because of an action that is not consistent with one and probably several fruits of the Spirit.
Actually, a good example happened this very morning.
It did happen this morning.
We were working through our daily routine of getting me ready and to go from the bed to eventually to my chair. This usually involves about 2 to 3 hours of muscle stretching and joint stretching, and then transferring me and completing my daily activities and then getting me dressed. Jamie expresses and communicates her love for me by doing a great job of planning ahead and preparing the medical supplies and the other equipment that's going to be needed for this process. Sometimes, though, I do something that disrupts this routine, and I want it now. Patience was never one of my strongest virtues, even before my injury. In this case, I wanted to start reading my iPad. This caused Jamie to have to work around me or simply stand there and wait for me to finish. So frustration and raised voices resulted. And this was definitely not our finest hour.
Not the finest.
When I was honest about it, I realized that this was a recurring habit of mine. When I acted this way out of impatience for my wants, I had taken her communication of love in vain. My actions did not demonstrate patience, and I apologized, which she graciously accepted.
And I really appreciated that Kevin apologized after the incident. But it was in the hours that followed that my heart was really convicted. And it had nothing to do with what Kevin had done. It was about me, my words, and how they were delivered. Or how they were not delivered. They were not delivered with gentleness, and they were not delivered with kindness. It was no longer about what Kevin had done, but it was what I had done. And that's when I went to Kevin and I offered my apology, and he graciously accepted. It may seem like a small detail to bring up, but sometimes it's those little things that make a difference in a day. Those recurring habits that can lead to frustration and a breakdown in our communication.
It's true, Christ-like communication is important in our marriage. But when disability is present in a marriage or a family, it places a huge premium on effective communication. Hurt feelings, unforgiven grievances can linger and erode the trust and love for each other.
You may have heard of the phrase, you need to man up. But in disability, with our marriage, it causes us to Christian up. And for that, we will always be grateful.
Amen.
Amen.